Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on Their Fight Story. I have Kemran Lachinov, who is a professional fighter. He's currently 10-3. Cameron, how are you doing today?
Hi, Iggy. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. One of the reasons why I decided to do this interview is not so much in regards to your previous fight, but to let people know who you are, as well as what you go through preparing for a fight.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so, what what is Ramadan?
It's a holy month for Muslims. So we fast basically throughout the 30 days, which every month it starts. Every month it moves forward, I believe, 10 or 15 days. So we're starting Ramadan on, I believe, this month, April 12 to 13. So 13 will be the first day, I believe, of fasting. And
Okay.
so you stop eating or drinking absolutely nothing. You cannot put anything in your mouth that goes through your stomach, basically, from sunset to sunrise. So,
Wow.
so you completely stop. It's not like only water or something you can't eat or drink, have a gum or anything. You can brush your teeth and stuff, just spit it out and stuff. But other than that, you completely stop from like sunrise to sunset the whole time, and you have the time to obviously eat and drink between whatever the gap is between those two.
Okay. Now, do you feel this year it's going to be a little bit different since it's going to be the first year that you're a father?
Uh, it will be definitely. It will be a little different, totally different, but I don't think it will be difficult. It'll be better and more joyful. Uh,
Oh,
yes. In other than that, I don't think it's going to be a big difference. I mean, last year or year before was pretty hard because it was right in the summer, so it was hard with being thirsty and all that. But
yeah,
I think nothing that we can't handle.
it's great. When you first started fighting, did you feel that it would impact, um, or that you feel that you couldn't fight if it fell on Ramadan?
Honestly, no, because usually everybody's pretty good with that. All the promotions, they're okay with all the restrictions and everything that I need to follow. They respect. I never had anybody disrespect my religion or what I need to do. So even with this, from smaller, from PFC to all the way to Bellator, whenever I needed to pray or I needed to, maybe when I was fasting, I needed to to go start my break my fasting and start eating. They never had any problem with that. And even I think I fought the hardest one I fought was reality fighting when I went for a belt against Billy Goff.
Okay.
I was fasting the whole month, and it was definitely something very hard. And I didn't want to give up my fasting, and I didn't want to give up the fighting also. So I mixed it both together. Wasn't the best
Mhm.
experience, but hey, I made it through, and everybody appreciated. The people around me supported me, so it was good.
How do you balance Ramadan with your fight, your camp, and all that?
Honestly, I try to put religion first. I mean,
Hmm.
then whatever I try to schedule everything around it. So nothing that sport is a sport. Being an athlete is hard. It's being a father, athlete, and working.
Hmm.
It's totally different. But you just try to schedule everything around the religion, I guess, and the God makes it everything easier for you.
Yes, God first is always important. Now, your team, how do they welcome your belief?
Uh, Pretty good. We have awesome team with Team Link. They have no problem. I go there most of the times. When I go there, I can pray right at the practice, and people have respect. They never say anything or they never disrespect. They give me the space that I need always, and we have a big team where we have all religions, pretty much everyone from around the world. So
Mhm.
everybody's respecting each other. It's pretty equal.
So you previously said that you've never experienced any difficulties when you were fasting, when it was time for your prayer with a promotion. Have you ever had difficulties at a weigh-in?
That they give me a hard time, or the like a physically. You,
No, like okay. The reason why I say that is because once I was at one of your weigh-ins, and you were I they had to wait for the commission,
yeah.
right? And you needed to do your prayer. So you were asking if you could just weigh in first, get that out of the way so it wouldn't interfere. And I really don't know what the response
Yeah,
was.
yeah, it wasn't a big deal. I would say no, because I still do. I mean, I'll ask out of just
Hmm.
out of respect to the people there. It never was a big problem. No, I never had that big problem where they say, yeah, you'll leave right now. You're not gonna do this, and
Hmm.
no, it was. It kind of mixes and matches, so it's like it's not a big issue ever. Never had that, so thank God.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had respect for you because of the way you handle yourself, the way you dealt with every situation. And then, so like, I saw that side of you. And then when I knew about Ramadan and, you were doing your weigh ins and you were sacrificing so much to balance everything, it's like that respect I had for you just went up even more because I don't know, it was pure.
Yeah,
It wasn't fake. It wasn't a front because let's be honest. There are some people that will use religion as an excuse
oh yeah,
to you know get away from something. Like, oh well, I was supposed to do, yeah, well, it's against my religion, or I can't do this. But in reality, they just don't want to do it.
I know. Yeah, no, not my case. I just
Hmm.
the older I get, I guess the wiser I get. I wasn't like maybe the same minded maybe 10 years ago, 15
Hmm.
years ago, but more you see the reality and you come close to the reality and come close to the God, you see, hey, this is number one. You got to put God in first place, and He puts everything else the way that it's supposed to be. And everything that happens in my life, I never sit and cry about it, or
Hmm.
oh, why did I lose? Like my last fight, for example, it was a crazy battle.
Hmm.
Went back and forth. It could have went both ways. It could have been a split decision for me. It could have went for him. Whatever. And most of the things I prayed before my fight, I
Hmm.
say, God, please give me the outcome that will benefit me on a long run. I don't need the outcome that I think it's obviously personally. I would say that, hey, God, please do whatever and make me win the fight. But if that outcome is not gonna benefit me on a
Hmm.
long run, I don't need that. I don't, if I'm gonna lose and grow and be a better person, I'd rather lose, and I always prayed for whatever happens in the best way for to benefit. You know, I just think that's the right way. God has a plan, like God's plan number one for me. So that's on everything in sports and life and business, everything that I understood. If it doesn't happen, there is a reason. It's
Hmm.
your plan is not the best plan. God is we say Allah is the best of planners. So I never sit and regret something that I did, and I like, oh, I could have done this better and that better, or this. Especially at this age, I think anything and everything that happens or
Hmm.
has its own place. So
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. It's you just trust in God, and whatever happens, happens because you put your trust in Him.
yeah,
That's it.
not be like, oh, I trust in God, I prayed, and God is gonna make me a champion, and let me go sleep and not go to practice and not run,
Mhm.
just enjoy my whole day. Or if I'm cutting weight, I can be like, oh, I trust in God, He's gonna make it happen. I 30 pounds, 20 pounds disappear at the
Yeah,
day. No, I still put my work in, I still put my effort in, and the rest, He knows what's the best.
yeah, that's very important. People forget that part. That they have the faith, but you need to do your work. You need to put your work in it.
Sure, you can't just rely on faith and be like, oh, I trust them. I can sleep 24 hours a day and do nothing, and my life is gonna be totally opposite what I have now, or it's gonna turn around and champion or something.
Yeah. How do you feel that your belief relates to your career?
Mm, that's a hard one. uh, well, one way that the sport is making me humble, and especially when it comes to diets and stuff. When I diet, I go literally through one of the hardest time of my life. Everybody around me know that I become grumpy and stuff. But when I start cutting weight and stuff, it's like I just my trust in God and belief in that He'll push me through, and just knowing that He won't give me anything that I cannot handle, and plus that hard time opens my eyes to see how much good things we have. The simple water, start I start understanding people in Africa and other places that are dying from not having clean water and not having food. Is like, it's for me, it's total game changer. And where in our religion it says, don't waste, don't overeat, and I understand that. Don't waste food, don't overeat, don't. Yes, I do have maybe access to anything I want, especially in America. I think everyone has access to food pretty much, but we overeat, we waste food, we throw away food, and it's like two mixes up and open my eyes. The sport, cutting weight, and the religion is definitely that good mix that opened my eyes. Like, I just can't understand, or can't see kids dying from this day, 2021, people dying from starving and from not having a clean water. I think that inequality should be changed and ended soon.
Yeah. Have you ever, I guess, been with a fighter who didn't agree with you and your religion?
No, never. Actually,
No.
never. Like, you mean issue, or that gave me a hard time about it or something?
Yeah, just because there's a lot of hate.
Yeah, no, no. Thank God I never had anyone around me with a negative thought or negative vibe. At least maybe they had a negative thought, but nobody ever pointed out anything or said anything about my religion. Thank God. No, everybody, anyone from any religion that always been pretty respectful. And I mean, we live in America, but we do some craziness sometimes lately, especially. There's hate against Asians. There's hate against Muslims. There's a hate against white, black, everyone. And honestly, the issues there, yes, because the higher end doesn't do anything about it. When I say higher end, the government, or all those guys up there, guys and gals, whoever is running the cabinet, they don't do it. They fuel it, a little bit more, and then we have an issue. But most of the times, it comes to the person. It's if it's a human that has a bad heart and bad intention, I don't think he needs anything. He's gonna actually point it out. He's gonna actually somewhere he's gonna stick it out in your face and say something wrong. And it's up to the person. I can't say, oh, he's white, he's black. How they say these days, oh, being a racist is. It's been around forever. The only thing that's spiked up right now, we have social media. Yeah, we have cameras. We have more source of putting out there, like, instead of waiting on only on the fake news, freaking whatever they put before. And even nowadays people only believe that whatever they see on news. Most of those news are ran by billionaires. Whatever they want to put it out there, they run it, and they pay them, and they put whatever they want to put. But nowadays, everything is a little different where you can literally post anything and whatever is going on. I'm thinking like, what if just this recent court case going on with George Floyd?
Mhm.
What if there wasn't anybody recording, or like who knows how it would hit the news? Like maybe the cop would be a hero. You know,
Mhm.
I had a case. I don't know if you remember 2 3 years ago where I was driving by a burning car. We stopped. We were going to the wedding. We stopped. We went through a hell. Like literally, the cops. That was cadet police. The state troopers keeping everyone away. The car is burning. There's a girl inside, unconscious, and the car is about to blow up, and nobody would run into it. So me and my friend would, we ran into it actually when the cops were actually telling and keeping us away. We opened the door, broke the windshield, pulled the little girl out. As soon as we pulled it, maybe like 10, 15 seconds after, the car blew up, like a really big explosion happened. So, in our case, I sat down in my car. I made sure the lady was good. I sat down and drove away. That's it. I said, she's safe and it's all good. Then about 3 to 5 days later, I get a news thing, a link from my friends.
Mhm.
Everybody was mad, and I was like, dude, I don't care. But the news said that, oh, two cadet heroes saved a life. See, there wasn't anybody recording anything, so the news made it and put it the way that they wanted.
Yeah.
And I even got contacted by different news and stuff, but they never changed it. Honestly, they never changed it. I thought they're gonna change it or put it the right way, but that never happened. So I wrote it to the one of the cops, that cadet police officers. I said, "Oh, look at you! You were the one that was stopping me, this and that." I'm like, on his interview, he said that, yeah, we ran into the car, we broke the door, we broke the windshield. I was like, look at you, little hero. When the car was on fire, you were actually staying about 15 to 20 feet away and screaming not to get closer and try to actually pull me back. That's where I literally ripped my brand new suit and still ran into it, and the guy blocked me. I was like, okay, they play with it because on the
Yeah.
news they gave us such a like a fake interview as like. Then another cadet wrote it back saying that, hey, listen, this is what they told us to say, and we did. That's it. And then he blocked me. I was like, oh shit, okay, fine. So the news put it the way that people want to buy it and make it better. So they people like it. Oh, look at cadet,
Mhm.
lives and stuff. So the good thing is that we have right now social media. So anything and everything happens, we can put it out there. And most important for us as humans, being together and getting together to against the wrongdoing, whatever it is. If it's somebody is discriminating you because of your religion
Mhm.
or color of your skin, anything, if we get together, we can solve it. Obviously it won't be easy, but even this right now, I think the Asian hate is spiking up. If you see somebody's hating on Asian people, if you're gonna stand there and or walk away, I think you're part of the problem too. I mean, if I see somebody's jumping, like that happened to me many times. If I see somebody's jumping, getting jumped like by five people, just whatever, I'll jump in without asking what's happening. Then I'll be like, okay, let's maybe stop and what's going on. And then if they say something, if they did something very wrong, then I'll be like, okay, let's not kill the person. At least hand it to the right people that can handle it. The police department maybe can handle it, but that's just crazy because a lot of people that just walk away because they don't want to
Yeah.
be in trouble.
Yeah. Nobody wants to get involved.
Yeah, well, hey, I think that's very wrong. Today is not your day. Yeah, you don't want to get involved. He's getting beat up. Tomorrow it will be your turn, maybe.
Yeah.
At least that's how I think and how I look at it.
Yeah. I laugh because last night I was talking to my dad and I was talking to him about you, and I mentioned the car accident
Yeah.
and how, the police officer and all them, they were taking all the credit when you and your friend were the ones that, and my dad was just shaking his head like, ugh. And it's, but it's a reflection of who you are. you have respect, and you're human, and what you don't want somebody to do to you, you don't do to them. But what you want somebody to help, it's the golden rule.
Exactly. You do whatever you want other people to do for you or to you. That it's just different these days. I guess it's hard to find people to think that way. That most people like to not get involved, and can't
And
blame.
actually, at one of the fights, I remember you and the boss were dressed really nice, and there was a fight. Mind you, there's a fight in the cage going on, and then there's a fight like in the middle of the aisle or something. And all of a sudden, I see you and a boss just run past. I'm like, what just happened? But you were trying to stop another fight that was happening.
The Bellator fights. I remember. Yeah, that happens a lot to us.
It's like, what is going on here? I'm like, they're having their own little main event.
I just remember my story in Turkey a couple years ago. It's my last day. I'm about to go to, not last day, like I had 2 hours or 3 hours left. I went to Turkey with my friend, and we need to go to the hotel room, grab our luggages, and leave to the airport. So we have 3 hours for everything, and 1 hour we'll be on the way to airport. I was like, listen, he wanted to go out somewhere else after we ate. I was like, listen, I don't want to get in trouble. It was in Istanbul. It's very, very packed street. Like literally, it's maybe twice, 3 times bigger than Times Square, like that packed. And I was like, listen, I'm just gonna go into the hotel room, grab my stuff. I don't want to get involved with anything last minute. I'm known for that. So I told him, you go your way, do whatever you want to do, and I'm gonna go to the room, just relax for the next 2 hours. He said, okay. We split. I have a couple of bags I shopped, and so I'm walking, right? I'm walking on that street. It's pretty busy, and next thing I know, there's like 4 people running after a one guy. They caught him. They start beating, like literally up. Hey, you know what happened? Like, imagine place like Times Square. So many people. Like, I can't even explain how big that street is. That's way more than Times Square. It's packed. Everybody started recording. I'm like, really, really, Kemran, you're just trying to go home, and like, so I just dropped everything. I ran, start, pulling the guys off them and punching and getting into a fight, and asking like, what the heck? Why would you why you got? He's almost dead. Like he's laying almost unconscious. He goes like, oh, so he said something wrong at the restaurant. I was like, wow, really? Like you just doing that because he said something wrong or he looked wrong? And I start pulling everybody, all the other 4 guys left at the end. And so next thing I know, my bags are gone. Somebody, I guess, and my phone was gone. So I lost my phone there the last 2 hours. And funny story, other people, are you there? So I'm not sure if Iggy's there, but yeah, other people grabbed my bags and returned it to me. They saved the bags and stuff, but my phone was gone. Let's see if this is live. I wonder if this is still live. It shows that it's recording. Aslan. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes we have a very smooth interview, and sometimes the connection just goes. Oh, Cameron's back.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry. Don't know what happened.
It's okay. This is what happened. He ate the.
Oh, we have a guest here. He's taking over. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Hi. Oh my goodness, he's so cute.
What happened?
Hi.
Where are you going?
He's ready to go.
He is super active.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere. It's like.
How soon are you going to start him in sports, either combat or soccer or?
I say I start with gymnastics and stuff, and then maybe slowly go into wrestling and soccer because he is super active and he needs to get his energy somewhere.
Did you do gymnastics?
I wish. No.
So you and a boss just do all those Amazon, do all those crazy things, and you guys have never done gymnastics?
Yeah, I never do the crazy things. It's them usually stopping and doing flips and stuff. So
Oh,
yeah,
he's so cute.
I never did gymnastics before.
Wow. All right. So how soon before we get to see you back in the cage?
Oh, that one is could be 1 month. So could be somewhere next month.
Okay.
Working. Yeah, it could be something very interesting and big. So hopefully, I can't pronounce the day. I mean, release the date or the promotion yet.
Mm-hmm.
It will be something exciting. Hopefully.
Well, we know it'll be great stuff because you deserve it. You've worked so hard. You've been an example in and out of the cage, in the gym, your circular life, your professional life, everything that you do is a reflection of the man that you are. So I know you're just going to have great stuff happening because you deserve it. You've worked hard for it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're very, like I said, you're very loyal, you're very respectful. And, if anybody deserves it, it's you, regardless of where it's at.
Aslan.
How are you? Sorry.
We're back. This little guy eats the internet. Peppa.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with us?
No, nothing. Just want to say thank you for having me and sharing my story with other people. I really appreciate what you do, and it means a lot. Spreading the word of the fighter and spreading the word of everyone out there. That's a big deal in our sports. It's hard connecting with other people. Okay, he's eating everything. Connect. Oh no, that's gone. Connecting us with the fans. Actually, you do a very big thing for us. It's don't people don't see the actual thing, actual job you do. Probably don't appreciate it, but you spread, and probably I get a lot of people out of this interviews, and people follow me. They say, "Oh, I saw you on Iggy's interview and this and that." I love what you do, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I do appreciate everything that you do, your balance, your respect. Oh, Barrington put a comment. Let's see.
Barrington going for heavyweight. Gonna go to he's gonna go against Nagano.
I know other people were trying to comment.
Diamond hands, baby.
How are your training partners?
They're great. Everybody's doing a great job pushing me, especially yesterday. Everybody was pushing me through my mental and physical limits, way over that. Barrington was there, Murat, Abbas, Mizam, and Ricardo Funches helping me. We got a couple of other grapplers, James Suffin, and we got Devin, and we got like a bunch of good killers on the mats. My boxing coach is helping me a lot to actually sharpen my hands. Shout out to Dan for helping me with the boxing and stuff. Other than that, the team Link and Mark and the whole team is doing great. And also another shout out to my management, the Top Game management, and my boy Tyson. Tyson has been very good since I signed up. Nothing but actually good vibes from the management. They always help me grow, and he's always like one text message away. 7. So he's pretty good on that.
How important is it to have a management team?
Trying to get up.
Oh, he's so cute. Hi.
Say baba. Baba.
Yeah.
Baba. Baba. This is gonna be mama's boy. I swear. All he says mama, mama, mama.
Oh, that's awesome.
Asking me how important is having a good management. It's actually everything. I did have a good management. My previous management was good, but this was a time that we grow out of the shell a little bit. So thank God the top game management kicked in and helped me to move up a little. But the management I had with it was perfect, and having a right and good management is the key. I think, obviously, it's connecting you with the right people and with right promotions. You may be the best fighter out there, but if you're not gonna get into the right stage and right show, you're not gonna go far. And sometimes picking up a wrong fight at the wrong time, if the wrong show, is actually the key is your career, where it just either stops or you grow out of it.
Have you ever felt that you took a fight that you shouldn't have taken? Regardless of the outcome, it doesn't really matter if you win or you lose. I mean,
Last
obviously, but have you felt like maybe you shouldn't have taken it?
last fight,
Okay.
just because of the religion, and it was weird. It was, I don't know. I mean, I guess it was like I said, everything happens for a reason.
Hmm.
Last fight, I just before the fight, I felt that way. I'm just not a person to cancel a fight or anything. Even though I had signs made, I would say from God's side, I had my back. I injured my back really bad 4 days prior to the weigh-ins,
Hmm.
or at least prior to leaving to Mohegan Sun for quarantining. To the point where I couldn't even bend to touch my toes or to put my shoes.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't move like almost like 4 days prior to the fight. Then we fixed it up, everything. We said, okay, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna cancel the fight. I'm just gonna. I went to the chiropractor. It's like a special family known chiropractor who fixed me up. Everything went good, bruh. This motherfucker stopped again. Aslan, need you.
So you went to the chiropractor?
So I went to the chiropractor, family chiropractor. It fixed me up a little bit. My back was realigned. Everything was good. And after that, we said, okay, we're gonna take a break and just gonna go straight to a fight. That was a sign for me. I personally think, I could be wrong. I should have not taken the fight, but I thought, okay, my opponent put so much effort into it. He made weight, cut weight. The promotion did so much to put this fight together. I said, I'm just gonna go through it. I'm just gonna suffer through it. I'm not gonna cancel the fight. I never canceled the fight personally, like on a short notice. So I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I should have, not because I lost the fight or anything, because I fought against the Muslim guy, which not gonna do it probably ever again in the cage, because there's so many fighters I can fight.
Hmm.
Uh, it's a sport at the end of the day. I look at it that way, but I just prefer not to. It's a sport. Same thing playing soccer again. Same thing playing. If I have an option, I'd rather play in the same team than play against them. So I say, Whatever happened, it gave me a good lesson. That's it. Gone. James, Jason, yes. Do you have any stock advice, Diamond? Yes, bro. Buy a lot of Sorrento, SRNE. I promise you, on a long term, 1 year, that's gonna triple your income. Buy Sorrento.
Is that your new name? Are you done with Killer Cam? It's now Diamond Hands?
Yeah, no, Diamond Hands is the stock. What's called stock market thing is like there was like a one guy that when they called him Diamond Hands because he got
Oh.
so many stocks that went up. But yeah, no, we talk a lot during the practice about stocks of Barrington, and Jason was always like, "Oh, come on, they started again. Stop!" Like, not here, Jason. That stock is gonna make us retire at early age, I would say, but I can't say that you're old already. And I'm old already. Look at me. Look at this. Look at this. I'm already getting bald. So yeah.
I was going to ask you that about them fighting somebody in your same religion because I remember, I think it was like your previous fight where Habib was supporting the other
Yeah.
fighter.
That Kyle Crutchmer fight.
Yeah. And then, so I was thinking, I'm like, so I wonder how it would be if you had, two brothers fighting.
Yeah, no, I mean, on that case, I said it before. I mean, him supporting Habib supporting him. I put it this way. I mean, the guy trained with him for 5 years. He knows him probably. I mean, not probably. It's a fact. He knows him 10 times better than me, and he probably don't remember me. The guy sees over 1 million people a year, probably, and him supporting Kyle was his normal thing. It's his teammate.
Mhm.
He probably doesn't even know that I was Turkish or Muslim or like the guy Habib is now. Habib is now pretty famous and he knows tons of people. He sees tons of things. Like by the time his brain realizes anything, it's probably like wow, because I
Mhm.
forget things overnight, so it's hard. Obviously, not the people. I don't meet that many people. He's meeting a lot of people, so I didn't take it that serious, or I didn't take it to the heart where I was like
Mhm.
anything. But that's normal, you know. But then me having a fight against, I was like, you know what? If I have an option, I'm not just gonna fight. That's it. I don't look at it that I'm going into a war to kill somebody there physically. So for me, it's a sport. Like I said, at the end of the day, yes, it's a little bit of brutal sport,
Mhm.
but it's a sport at the end of the day. I have no hate, no feelings towards anyone there. Thing. I hope I will never have that. I never had it before. So where I want to go and actually, damage someone, but I hope I won't be in that position.
I doubt it. I've seen you fight, and I've seen you talking to your corners in the middle of a fight. I've seen you posing in the middle of a fight, like when what was it? I think it was like you were in side control or something, and they took a picture, and you're like posing. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I don't think you have it in you to be, to have that. You're just you know.
I'm not, yeah, you know, a little crazy on that side. Nothing, I'm not faking it to get attention or anything. I just,
You have fun.
yeah, I go in there to have fun. So that's it. Sometimes I talk to the fighter if I have a chance. Sometimes, I say, maybe you tap because, it wouldn't go too far. Jason, yeah, I thought so too. I thought so too.
That's you know what? That's how I messed up your name last time
Yeah,
because I in my head I'm like Lachinov, but they used to spell it differently.
yeah.
Your last name. So when I said it, I'm like, that doesn't even sound right. But it's because at one point they kept messing up your name, and I was just like, I give up. I don't know what his name is anymore. Like,
I remember one of our interviews. You asked me maybe 400 times prior to the interview, and you couldn't even. You started, and we have Kemran, and you stopped. I was cracking up. Can't forget that one.
I felt, and because when we were practicing in my head, I knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
When I said it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Let's just play it safe. He's been good, but thank you so much, Cameron, for your time. I know you have a lot on your plate. I know that you need to focus. How do you properly say it? Is it the holiest month of the year that's coming up, or?
Well, yeah, when you think it is the holiest, but it's just a holy month.
Okay.
When you go into it, it's Ramadan. It's the holy month. You basically go back to the God.
Mm-hmm.
While you're starving, you realize what others go through around.
Mm-hmm.
By starving, we don't even starve the whole day, so it's not that crazy hard. Imagine other people around the world that starve to death. They actually starve. In our hand, we only don't eat from, we sacrifice the food and water only from 7 to whatever, from morning to the night, until from sunset to the sundown. So it's not as hard as it is.
Thank you so much. Send my love to the family, and I will talk to you soon, hopefully, for your next interview on your next fight.
Hopefully we'll reconnect in a month or so.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good one. God bless you.
It was